Hello, friends. Welcome back. We will discuss with the third category of female infertility. We have already seen physical obstruction, hormonal obstruction. Now, the third, that is fertilization problem. As you all are familiar that fertilization is nothing but the mating of egg and the sperm, that is the female gamete and the male gamete forming a zygote. And if there is any issue with these steps, we can say that it may lead to infertility in female. So there are two types of such infertility being categorized. First one as immune infertility, that is by production of anti-sperm antibodies, ASA. Second being oocyte membrane proteins. So we'll discuss in detail with the first case, that is immune infertility. Immune infertility indicates if there is a problem with immune system of female's body, mother's body, and if that causes infertility, I can straight away categorize it as immune infertility. The first case may be, in some cases we could see that the mother's immunity, that is the defense system of her body, which protect her from bacteria, virus or any infectious organism, will kill the baby, considering it as a foreign item. That is, mother's immunity, mother's defense system consider the fetus in her womb to be a foreign pathogen and eliminates it. And the best example of such cases you might have heard about erythroblastosis fetalis, in which the mother who is Rh negative, who have a blood group negative, may if happen to receive a Rh positive baby, the first pregnancy will be well and okay, but from the second pregnancy there may be reports of miscarriages, and this is because during her first pregnancy her body might be immune system might be activated. Her body might have considered the baby as Rh positive baby, the blood group positive, as a foreign thing, and might have developed immune system, defense system in her body. So if the same lady happens to conceive a positive, again a positive blood grouped baby, that will be considered as pathogen and will be killed within no time, and that may lead to miscarriages. So here we can say that that is one condition. Second is that sometimes the female's body will develop again the defense system antibody against the sperm. Just imagine a sperm, and we call that antibody as anti-sperm antibody, ASA. So what happen is, as the consequence of this is that whenever mating happen, whenever sperm enters to the female's body, within no time it will be rejected and it will be considered as a foreign thing. And if the sperm is considered as a foreign thing, what is the use, right? So what happen is that within no time that anti-sperm antibody will neutralize the sperm by clumping them together. All the sperms will be clumped together, and they will the membranes, the outer covering of the sperm will be destroyed. At the same time, this antibodies, what they do is they'll coat the receptor seen on the, that is the antenna. Just imagine the antenna, because the sperm don't have any eyes, so they'll be having the antennas which will be looking for the egg. So what happened, they will coat over the receptors involving sperm egg binding. So if that receptor is not there, even if the sperm happens to reach the egg, it will not be able to identify the egg and bind it with. So what happens? So fertilizes. So of course there will be no fertilization. So that will be the problem with ASA, and we can see that about 12 to 15 percentage of unexplained type of pregnancy miscarriages are expected to be because of immune infertility. Next is the membrane protein problem. That is, there is a protein known as receptin, which is seen on the egg membrane, and it is responsible, this membrane protein is responsible to bind with the sperm. And if this protein is not receptive or present, fertilization cannot occur. So the second category is because if there is a problem with the antenna seen on the egg. So antenna see the that protein receptor, we call it as receptin. And by chance if that receptor is damaged or if it is not present at all, we can see that even if sperm reaches the egg, that will not be able to, the egg will not be able to bind with the sperm. And of course, if binding does not happen, there is no fertilization. So that was the second thing. Now we'll move on with the fourth category, that is the development problems. Because of the development problems of the so-called gametes or the fetus, we can see that it may lead to infertility again. So there are two problems in this category, that is hard eggs and teratogens. Hard eggs, what are they? If your egg is too hard, then the embryo, even if fertilization happens, just imagine after fertilization, a fertilized egg to reach till the fetal condition to get to be implanted, there is many division, many steps within the fallopian tube. But then just imagine that if the egg is too hard, after fertilization we can say that the embryo cannot hatch out from the zona pellucida, and within the zona pellucida, that is the protective covering of the fetus, the fetus will die. So what the scientists do is, if such a case has been reported, to fix the problem, scientists can make a tiny hole in the egg so that to give a slight support for the hatching of the egg membrane. Next issue is teratogen, presence of teratogens. What are they? These are external sources including we can say viral infection, X-ray, other radiations, poor nutrition. So any damage from external sources, so-called external sources to the fetus, I can say that this is teratogens. Those sources we can say teratogens, and we can say because if the damage is because of this, it may also cause infertility. So depending on the stage of development at which such an exposure was there, that is the stage of the fertilization, whether it was a fertilization stage, whether it was the division stage, that is single cell dividing into 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 16, uh, 4 to 8, 8 to 16 likewise, or so on at which stage the fetus was being exposed to these external agents, external so-called radiations, we can say that damage will be that accordingly. Like if it was in the earlier stage, more damage will be there. If that will be, so accordingly the damage will be seen. Like for example, if the exposure to such a teratogen was, just imagine it was in the week 8 of the pregnancy, that may cause stunning of the fingers and the toes. And now we'll move on with the other causes. Other causes include medications. If the female, if the mother, she is undergoing some long-term medication, sometimes as a side effect, it causes infertility. Next, thyroid problem, cancer and respective treatments, other medical conditions like delayed puberty, AIDS, kidney diseases, diabetics, sickle cell diseases, etc. And also caffeine, high uh, or excessive consumption of caffeine or can also causes infertility. So now we'll move on with treatment. Infertility can be treated. First method, as we have seen in the male, infertility also can be treated by medicine, by surgery, or if not, by artificial insemination or ART, assisted reproductive technology. So here we can say that about two-thirds of couples who are treated for infertility are able to have the babies. Two-thirds, that is a majority who is undergoing the fertility treatments can have baby. And in most cases, infertility is treated with drugs and surgery. Another method, if that does not happen, we can go for something known as assisted reproductive technique. We'll be discussing it daily in the next video. And here you might have heard about IVF. Okay, so there are so many, other than IVF, also there are so many other techniques we can say as art. And so art is also one of the best method to have babies in infertile couples. But art have its own complications like multiple pregnancies. That is, uh, you might have wished for a single baby, but like after, like you could see that you might be getting multiple. There will be a chance of multiple pregnancy at a time. You may be conceiving three, mostly triplets could be seen, or four, or two. And here we can say bleeding or infection is very high. Low birth weight could be seen, and at the same time, birth defects can also be reported. So, how to battle with infertility? To battle with the infertility, first thing is regular exercise, be fit. If there is good health, there will be no problems of infertility. Avoid unwanted habits like alcohols, tobacco, narcotics, etc. Limit your caffeine consumption, not more than 250 mg per day. Limit unwanted medications and eat a balanced food. Now, to cope with infertility, you can also have other options like adoption, donor sperm or egg, and you can talk with each other, with your couple, with your partner, and also to the support groups, and also to the counseling services, which can persuade you, and you can choose your method of your what you want, if which method of what method you need to adopt to have a baby. Thank you.